What is up, everybody? It's your man, your number one favorite next cup person from Midbar. So here at your Pate. And, well, we're going to talk about, the very first roval race that ended about, a little over 2 hours ago. So like I said, today was the very first Charlotte roval race. The roval is basically like a track. It's basically like a road course, oval track in one. And it was also an elimination race, so some people's championship hopes were on the line. Not Kai Bush's, not Zach Kozlowski, not Mark Truex, or Kevin Harvick. None of those four, or I call, like everybody in NASCAR now call, the Quad Squad. Kai Bush, Martin Truex, Kevin Harvick, and Brad Keselowski. Those four did not have to worry about this track. Harvick was like, he may want to have a good day today. He actually, no, he's like, yeah, he may want to have like 1 or 2 safety points, then he should be good. But they said before the race, Harvick was locked in. Was not surprised. So anyway, round 1 ended today. Like I mentioned, it was an elimination race. So let's go and read through the list of the 16 drivers who had the little green sticker on the inside of the plaque where the name is. Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex, Brad Keselowski, Clint Bowyer, Joey Logano, Kurt Busch, Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Eric Almirola, Alex Bowman, Jimmy Johnson, Eric Jones, Denny Hamlin, and Austin Dillon. So, next week, 4 drivers will have to go back to the flag stickers to where their name is because they got eliminated. And those 4 drivers, Jimmy Johnson, Eric Jones, Denny Hamlin, Austin Dillon, will all have to go back to the white sticker. No, to the black sticker next week for their name. Why doesn't the other 12? Because the other 12 people I listed, who's on this sheet of paper, are moving on. So, stage 1 was kind of chaotic. Actually, I think was like a normal road course stage 1. There's 1 caution before the staging caution. That was pretty much it. 1 car spawn can't get going, so no choice but to throw out a yellow flag. Like, he still wanted to get going, he just didn't get going in time. And I forgot who that was. Then Kyle Larson won stage 1, and I was like, he could be the car to beat. Okay, I was a bit wrong when we got to the end. I'll get to that in a second. Get to that in a couple minutes. And then stage 2 is where Austin Dillon's hope went into the toilet. I think he tire went down or something, and so then he had to pit, even though he got a penalty for not driving the full length pit row. Because some tracks they have like this, like these 2 curves in the triangle, where they could just pull into the box, and they're not allowed to do that because they could take advantage. Oh, yeah. I was like, why would you do that? Why, just go around the track, no penalty, and maybe your hope shouldn't have been over. Well, his hopes didn't end actually in stage 2. They ended in stage 3. And then Ryan Blaney Won stage 2, and I think he only led a few laps today. I'm gonna fact check myself. He did something really good. I have to say it was a random act of kindness, and I'll explain what that is in a minute. By the way, in order to lead a lap in NASCAR, you just gotta be the first place car across the start and finish line in order to lead a lap. That's it. So anyway, I have to see how many laps the driver led today. I guess I can't. Yeah, I don't want to see how many laps Ryan Blaney led today, but I know he led the last few in stage 1. And then, well, I get to it at the end. Stage 3 was kind of like, oh god. It was the longest. And it was, the stages were 25, 25, 59, so that's a total of 109 laps for today's race, and so here's when Austin Dillon's hopes ended. It was about, I think it was about 30 or so laps to go. Austin Dillon had a tire that went completely flat, and it wasn't spinning, so he, of course, did not drive around the track. In this accident, he really didn't have any choice. If I was Dylan, I would have done the same thing. Not the first time. The first time I would, if I can, I would try to make it all the way around, and then try to get to pit, then pass, then get to the commitment line, so I don't get a black flag later. Which what happened to Dylan when he said to do that. But in this situation, they didn't black flag Austin Dillon because Austin Dillon had to go to the garage, and there was no way he was going to make it all the way around the track to get to the garage. So he did something he did the first time I mentioned earlier, but it was because he didn't really have any choice. And stage 3 was pretty much dominated by Brad Keselowski and Kyle Larson. They basically both try to battle for the lead, mainly like the whole freaking time in stage 3. It's basically down to those two. And I have said this a few times that some of these race winners is because another driver gets screwed over by a caution. That's exactly what happened with Kyle Larson and Brad Keselowski. So 6 laps to go. 7 laps to go, they're in the restart zone. Green flag goes back in the air. They cross the line to make it 6 laps to go. Going into turn number 1, they wrecked. It was this huge wreck that just started. It was because Brad and Larson wasn't trying to put this in a good way. I don't really know how to put it, but they nothing broke on the car. They were going too fast going into turn 1. Okay. At Talladega in Daytona, at like some tracks are like, why why does this need to happen? Why does the big wreck have to happen? Because someone didn't slow down. God, just... Well, why do they need to slow down? Road courses, about every turn, you need to hit the brakes. You're either gonna let up, you either kind of hit the tire barrier, which is what half the cars in this wreck did, move the tire barrier, and a few other things. And then we had about a 15-minute red flag, and we went to a red flag condition. Race went to a red flag condition on the same lap the incident occurred, and I was like, man, I hate these. I seriously don't like red flags. Oh, okay, it was a wreck, so I didn't complain too much. And okay, this got super exciting for me. Oh yeah, but Larson was involved, and then I was like, oh, come on, Kyle Larson, really? But it happened about every race. He was in contingent win. He'll be probably this close. He'll be out in front. Then caution comes out, gets screwed over. His pit screws up, and he doesn't win the race. So what exactly happened today? So Truex came out. Truex was the very first car, which I think it was second at the time, to make it through that. So then Jimmy Johnson was next, and then Johnson then got to restart second. And then here's the restart. Jimmy Johnson on the inside, Truex on the outside on row 1. And then I think row 2 was Ryan Blaney and Chase Elliott. Restart zone. Ryan Blaney, no. Truex takes off. Johnson tries to chase his tail. Final lap. Johnson in turns 15 to 17, which was the final 3 turns. And then Johnson tried to mirror drive Truex, which causes Johnson to spin, and then Truex to spin just a couple seconds later. And then the very first car to pass both of them, none of them made it back to start finish line, even first or second. Ryan Blaney, running third at the time of this accident between Truex and Johnson, passes to both of them for his second career Monster Energy Cup Series win. Ryan Blaney will win at the roval. I was actually kind of happy for Blaney. His first one came out Pocono last year, and that was about here my phone business. It's been about a year or so. So yeah, Blaney actually did a real good job today. Should figure out these. I already got these. I'm trying to figure out something. Let's see, push people. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's been about 51 races since Ryan Blaney last won. And it's good breaking a win-loss streak. Johnson almost broke a 51 race win-loss streak, but since that happened, Blaney, of course, Ryan Blaney said he's not like doing this because he thinks it's gonna blow up his motor. He does not like burning it down because of what I just said. He doesn't like blowing up his motor. But Ryan Blaney, got out of his car. Like, okay, so when the driver gets a check flag, they can either drive up to the flagman, grab it, or they can get out of the car and grab it. Blaney, though, he did this. He drove his car, grabbed the checkered flag, and then unplugged everything, put his window net down, got out, took his helmet off, put in his car, and then he asked a little boy to come to him because he was going to give him the checkered flag. Turned out it was a Guy Bush fan, but Blaney still hit him with the checkered flag. And I kind of thought that was kind of Ryan Blaney. Even if you're not even though this kid was not a Ryan Blaney fan, but a Guy Bush fan, Ryan Blaney still gave him a checkered flag. If they want to, because if they win the race, they keep the checkered flag. They don't have to return it the next week. I think NASCAR makes like a lot of them a year. The driver gets to keep them. So you guys know what to do now. I just thought it was an insane finish too. I was pretty excited for Ryan Blaney. Pretty good job of him today. Was Jimmy Johnson could have won and made it in, and well, by the way, I've been in your paper for round 12, so we'll see what name I will color green at Dover, and whatever name I do, that's who's moving on. Heck, I can color in Eric Tomlin's name. So, like, subscribe, comment, favorite, be nice, could be awesome. Eric Pete, don't do hate. See you later.